Do you want to discover how you can outperform the stock market without ever going through the complexities the market can bring and losing your precious time? In the last 4 videos of this 6-video series, we've covered a ton of valuable information. We showed you how you can stop depending on traditional brokers for your profits and start earning your money. And furthermore, we discussed how we can choose our niche and start working in our circle of competence. We also guided you guys through the entire blueprint which navigates your way through the stock market. So if you haven't watched those videos yet, make sure you go through those 4 videos because we've shared a ton of updated and valuable information which you surely don't want to miss out on. In this video, we're going to be doing something different. We're going to walk you guys through a procedure that you need to understand so that you can start monetizing your journey in the stock market. We're going to be looking into case studies that will help you learn how you can start making money. We're also going to be discussing some secrets to make sure that you can optimize your revenue and get those big wins. We all know about how successful Charlie Munger has been when it comes to stock market investing. The interesting thing is that despite owning only a handful of stocks, he has achieved something which investors with a pocket full of stocks have failed to achieve. But if you had to choose one sentence about Munger's investing strategy, it would have been have patience and be willing to swing your bat when the time is right. For example, he only owns a handful of stocks and has made tremendous returns, which has also bought him some precious time, which he uses to find other stocks which lie in his niche or his circle of competence. Now the important thing is that Munger is quite happy to wait for months or even years to find his ideal shot. But when the opportunity arrives, he is ready to invest a significant portion of his wealth into the stock. Munger also explained his deep value investment strategy. He explains how he got this strategy working for him. He says that after reading the investment magazine Barron's for more than 50 years, he was only attracted to a single stock. But do you know what's fascinating? He made more than $80 million out of that investment. In his interview, he says that he cannot remember the name of the business he made his money out of, but he did explain that he bought that stock for $1. But then that stock went from $1 to $40, and he achieved returns of more than 107%. But how did he predict the stock was going to be a blockbuster? He added that based on his experience, he knew that the stock was available for a price that was lower than its actual value, and that is what helped him. It seems like Munger bought a dirt cheap stock, and then he was not done. He literally filled his entire truck up by getting his hands on as much as he could. He didn't reveal how much he invested in that business, but he did reveal that he made more than $80 million from this trade. You guys might be thinking that Munger knows how and when to show his cards, but it's what he did next that is the real big thing. Munger revealed that the popular approach at that time, and even now, is to reinvest your profits so that you can increase the value of your share. But it is simply incredible what Munger chose to do. Munger gave his money to the next big opportunity. This opportunity came forward when he gave his funds to the Chinese value investor Li Lu. When he gave his funds made out of that investment, which was worth $80 million, the Chinese investor went out all guns blazing and turned that money into $400 million or even $500 million. So that means that Charlie Munger has made more than $400 million by simply reading Barron's for more than 50 years and simply following one idea. From this case study, we can see how Charlie Munger has accumulated his wealth greatly over the years. He only acts when he sees a decisive opportunity, and he doesn't simply swing his bat. He swings his bat hard when he finds a compelling opportunity that has a negligible or even no amount of risk whatsoever. When such opportunities appear, he acts with certainty and surety. This might not be the best strategy for a majority of investors who still want to stick to the old traditional ways. It requires the investors to show patience and persistence. Even if we cannot follow this strategy to the fullest, but to a certain degree, a lot can be learned from this methodology in investing and business of all kinds. Another important technique that you surely want to have a commanding grip on is the margin of safety. Now, most investors simply shirk their way through investing, and that is what halts them to earn big returns. The margin of safety is the method by which you can judge a stock to be below its original value or intrinsic value. By looking at the margin of safety, you buy securities when their price is significantly below their intrinsic value. To put it more clearly, when you purchase security below its intrinsic value, the difference between the intrinsic value and the price at which you purchase the stock is its margin of safety, and that makes a lot of sense. Let us suppose that you're passing through a bridge that has a load limit of 10,000 pounds and your truck weighs just around 9,000 pounds. Will you take the risk? Will you drive your truck past the bridge? Well, we don't think so, because surely you'll take a detour around the hills, right? A similar approach to the margin of safety worked for Munger when he purchased the stocks. He bought the stocks significantly below their intrinsic value and made tremendous wealth. In our program, the Millionaire Value Investor, we take our students through the examples of our other students who used our methodologies and started earning a significant amount. We're also going to let you guys through our methods, which are working for us. That is also the program that is going to be launched with a ton of awesome bonuses in just a few days. You guys are going to be able to watch over our shoulders as we walk you through the step-by-step procedure to make wealth through investing. Think about how much time and money you are going to save as compared to spotting it all out on your own. Now, as you guys can imagine, it is not ideal for us to work with everybody all together, so we're going to make small private groups. We're going to answer all the questions every single day in our private community. So please understand that the spots will be provided for first come, first served purposes. This is our flagship program, so we will not be surprised if our spots will be occupied within an hour of the launch. So keep your eyes open and jump on board as soon as you see the registration open if you're serious about achieving your financial independence. In the next video, we're going to be sharing specific details and steps as to how you can get into this program and make the most out of it. So press the notification button and stay on the lookout. If the video is already out, click this video right here, which is the next video of this 6-video series.